Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So first off, guys, I was thinking about it, and I think I should let you know that I have the beer flu right now. It hasn't really affected me terribly. My symptoms are kind of mild, but I am monitoring it, and I was toying with the idea of should I be doing videos or not, but right now I feel pretty good, so I'm going to continue doing videos. If it gets worse, I suppose I will keep you guys updated. Right now I'm feeling, well, let's say 75%. But just bear with me if you start hearing it in my voice. I'm going to try to bring the enthusiasm as much as I always do. Okay, anyway, going to start here though, guys. XRP right now trading at about 83.5 cents. So we have seen now a lot of activity in and around this zone here. XRP over the last few days after wicking down to around 65 cents. It has come back up here. And guys, this is significant because this is retracing, this is finding new support based on this resistance level from back in 2018. We're noticing that this resistance level is holding quite significantly. And, even if it isn't right at 85 cents exactly, we are still seeing XRP vacillating in this same area that we saw way back when. So old resistance becomes new support over here. All right, let me zoom in on that. And you can see XRP has just been kind of vacillating in and around this zone here. This is good. This is all good news. Of course, we are all waiting for that altcoin rally, and it's going to really be dependent on what Bitcoin does at this moment. Bitcoin, $48,500 per BTC. And some are already concluding that the end of Bitcoin is just around the corner. Nevertheless, even if we do take into consideration this huge wick down for Bitcoin, we are still hovering in and around here. Technically, this is a higher low, all right? So higher lows, higher highs. I still think we have a chance to get up out of this, okay? And that this is not necessarily the retracement. Now, some are saying that Bitcoin is likely to retrace at this point. So if I were to put a Fibonacci on this most recent level here, that would mean if history were to be any indicator, Bitcoin would retrace up to the 0.702. Okay, and then at this point here, we would see that lower low. But it's interesting because at this moment, we are not seeing that lower low. We are seeing the higher low. Even if we were to take this lowest point here of the wick, we are still technically higher than this former low that we saw back in and around September. All interesting things to be noticing. TechDev here saying the main thing I'm watching for Bitcoin, same thing it's been doing for the last 6 months. Hold a range, break the daily RSI downtrend, and then move higher. So he is looking at these patterns in and around the Bitcoin chart. He's got the RSI, he's got a trend line here, seeing that it does break at some point. So boom, for that first move down, the second move down, same kind of trend line breaking up past. And now we're in that third move down. So this is what he is paying attention to. Of course, we still haven't seen that break to the upside. However, if we do see that break to the upside, that could spell new all-time highs for Bitcoin, perhaps getting in and around those original targets that we were assuming Bitcoin would hit, which was anywhere between, $70,000 and $85,000, give or take. Because we have to remember too, right, Bitcoin has not even fully completed a Fibonacci cycle. So the top up here, if it does breach this top, the top line up here would be $73,300 for Bitcoin, and we still have not seen that Bitcoin reach that top yet. So an interesting perspective here. We also have this, guys, from Pentoshi. I thought things were down way less, to be honest. Didn't even realize this. Retweeting out Depression BTC's tweet. Didn't realize how hard some of these coins were getting crushed right now. Pretty insane. Now, we have been looking at the market cap, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are invested in some of the top coins in the market cap. But guys, this is what's going to happen. Now, pay attention to some of these coins. Ethereum is up, Binance Coin is up, Solana is down, Cardano is down, but XRP is up. Polkadot is down a little bit, Terra is up, and even the ones that are down, like even Solana down 11%, that's one of the more significant losses in the top 10, top 20 coins. But if you look at this, guys, take a look at some of these other coins here over the last 7 days, like Radix, down 44, Cadena, down 36.9, Thorchain, down 35.5. Internet Computer, remember when they overtook XRP in market cap, they are down 32.6. Uniswap is down 31.1. The Theta Network down 30.8. Phantom down 30.3, and Aave down 30.2. So a lot of these altcoins ranked lower other than Uniswap here. 30s, in the 70s, in the 60s, they are down quite significantly in comparison to the top 10, top 20 coins. So it's going to be interesting to monitor that. Somebody down here in the comments section, I believe it was here, Depression BTC's tweet, saying there's a race going on. Who will touch the bottom first? And Doge is winning by a good margin, almost at pre-bull run lows. No, it wasn't that one. Was it this one here? Honestly, the market is slowly and surely rugging everyone. While everyone is contempt about it will bounce, it wasn't that one either. There was somebody who said basically that, we tend to see these altcoins move in various different ways. And in the last bull run, we did see a huge dump for some altcoins, similar to what we are seeing here. And you know what happened after that dump? Well, that was the altcoin rally. Money was moving out of certain altcoins, out of Bitcoin, and into other altcoins. And, throughout that altcoin rally, every altcoin eventually got their chance to pump. So an interesting observation there. With regards to some Ripple news here, guys, I saw this from Michael at Val5 Links. In November, the total number of transactions processed on the XRP network spiked from 43.3 million in October to 53.3 million in November. So check this out, guys. In November, the total number of transactions processed on the XRP network spiked by those numbers. We also have to make note the number of new accounts being created also rose 11.8% to 237,000. The data comes from Crypto Compare's November 2021 asset report, which details that XRP network activity grew even though the price of the cryptocurrency dropped 10.2% over the month, closing at 99 cents. So despite the pullback in price, what they're saying is network activity is actually rising. Okay, we got July, August, September, October, and then November, a record high, 53.3 million. The report also details that total transaction fees on the XRP network rose 149% from October to November to $169,000, with the average transaction fee increasing 108% to 32 cents. Notably, the network also saw an uptick in transactions per ledger from 1,972 to 2,501 in November. And when we take a look at the data further, look at what we notice. Looking at on-chain data, the crypto asset data aggregator found that XRP holdings are heavily concentrated amongst addresses with over 100 million XRP, as addresses with between 100 million and 1 billion tokens have 42.1% of its total supply. Addresses with less than 10,000 XRP it adds control only around 2.8% of the cryptocurrency supply. As Crypto Globe reported, former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal explained why he has invested in XRP, and we know all of Raoul Pal's reasons why. I've done a few videos with regards to Raoul Pal. I'll see if I can find one. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Ultimately, though, in a nutshell, it has use cases and a phenomenal risk-reward ratio. Anyway, wanted to thank Michael for bringing that to our attention. Going to keep moving, guys. This from T-Hole Bedict XRP with regards to Siam Bank. So this is one of Ripple's partners, the leading provider of enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payments. On RippleNet, SEB established connections with financial institutions globally, real-time international remittances. So take a look at this. They have won the Best Remittances Initiative Award. If we go over here, SEB's leadership in digital lifestyle banking, particularly its strong partnership with Ripple, the leading provider of enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payments, as a long-withstanding partner on Ripple's global financial network, RippleNet, SEB has established connections with financial institutions and payment service providers globally. The customers can conveniently send and receive real-time and secure international remittances 24/7 all year around. So they just won that award. Great news to see there. Thanks to T-Hole Bedict for posting that. I got another one here, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf. Flare will most likely launch after Q1 of 2022. So for all you guys who've been waiting for the Flare network launch, they just tweeted out an announcement, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. In Q3 2021, the mainnet launch of Flare, a much anticipated EVM-compatible utility fork of the XRP ledger, was postponed. Here is when it might finally go live. So Flare will see its mainnet launch candidate in Q1 of 2022. According to the latest official announcement shared on Twitter by the administration of Flare Networks, its team has prepared a plan to roll out Flare in mainnet. And guys, here's the official tweet. The next major update to Songbird, coming in Q1 next year, will form the launch candidate for Flare. If it passes testing on Songbird, then Flare can be launched. So they are all prepared and they are letting us know Q1 of 2022. This is now the anticipated date for the Flare launch. Of course, there is a stress test that they have to go through. This release will will be utilized as they launch candidate for the mainnet version of Flare. Then the candidate will be undergoing tests in mainnet specifications, and the road to Flare will be then open. So I suppose a lot of us are in anticipation of this. It seems like we've been waiting a long time, over a year now. But an end is in sight. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for pointing that to us. And another one, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf. Ripple co-founder Chris Larson proposed a plan as how the Bitcoin mining firms and their investors can benefit from moving to proof of stake. So Chris Larson, we all know, one of the co-founders of Ripple Labs, has an interesting proposal for Bitcoin miners. In his latest blog, Larson proposes Bitcoin miners move away from the existing proof of work algorithm to a proof of stake protocol. He refers to the move as a net positive for their longevity. All boats will rise, guys, and the fact that Chris Larson is even saying this shows the confidence that the co-founder of Ripple Labs has in XRP being useful and not obviously seeing Bitcoin as a competitor. Just for context here, let me go down here. The Bitcoin blockchain uses energy consumed by approximately 12 million US homes per year. As a result, other POW platforms like Ethereum are also working on a transition to POS protocol. Last month on November 10th, Ripple executive Chris Larson published a blog post. And then this is what it said. The emerging solution among climate experts is that Bitcoin's code needs to be changed to a low energy consensus algorithm like those used by nearly all other major crypto protocols. For example, while Bitcoin uses the energy of approximately 12 million US homes per year, other methods could drive that to fewer than 100 US homes. So Chris Larson proposing a way for Bitcoin to be more environmentally friendly. The Ripple executive has proposed a fair distribution of Bitcoin, with 900 Bitcoin per day going to the Bitcoin miners from block rewards. As per this calculation, it could mean approximately 2.1 million additional Bitcoins are to be distributed through the year 2140, when none of us will be on this planet anymore. So that would be Bitcoin longevity. He further suggests a least disruptive way for Bitcoin's energy woes. He also wrote, take a snapshot of the current hash rate of existing miners and then reward miners on a pro rata hash power basis. Existing miners would simply have rights to future Bitcoin rewards without the need to expend additional energy or make additional investments in mining rigs. So there you go. Chris Larson giving some Bitcoin miners a little bit of advice to keep the longevity of Bitcoin going. And again, this is Ripple Labs' Chris Larson being confident enough to even suggest this. Well, all the Bitcoin maxis, or many of them, I guess I should not paint them all with one broad brush, are, negative on Ripple, negative on the XRP cryptocurrency. It is the banker's coin. It does not promote freedom in transacting. So I think this just speaks volumes to the bigger picture of where XRP is going to be used. And, Bitcoin, not really good for transacting. Value takes forever, but a store of value. Of course, we've heard of many different financial institutions now looking into Bitcoin as a digital asset to hold, similar to gold. Some dub it Gold 2.0. Anyway, wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. Here's another one, guys, from Michael, the latest update in the securities fiasco. This has to do with the Ripple SEC lawsuit. So apparently this FOIA complaint against the SEC may free XRP. The latest update in the securities fiasco saw the nonprofit organization Empower Oversight file a Freedom of Information Act complaint against the SEC in regards to its potentially illegal market manipulation to hike Ethereum and Bitcoin while slashing the price for XRP with a lawsuit. So guys, this is breaking from James K. Filan. Below is a copy of the FOIA complaint filed to Empower Oversight, and there's a link down here if you guys want to check it out. The plaintiff has appealed the court to compel the SEC for discovery of all records maintained by the SEC, including conversations between Bill Hinman and the Ethereum Alliance, Simpson Thacher, and the Ethics Office. Furthermore, the complaint also appealed for the record of discussions between former SEC official Mark Berger and Simpson Thacher, along with the Ethics Office and at least XRP lawsuit official Clayton and One River, and the Ethics Office as well. So Mr. Whale also bringing this up. This is a watchdog group, guys, and they are suing the SEC after dozens of potential conflicts of interest by former top officials, including Jay Clayton and Bill Hinman, as I just mentioned in that last post. And here's the official complaint. Plaintiff empowers oversight whistleblowers and research hereinafter as Empower Oversight, and they're bringing this action against defendant U.S. Security and Exchange Commission to compel compliance with the Freedom of Information Act. So boom, another lawsuit hitting the SEC. This happening on the heels of this, apparently the parties in the XRP versus Ripple lawsuit, they have now filed a joint motion to extend the expert discovery deadline by 3 days to take final expert depositions. And the reason being extra time is now needed due to scheduling conflicts. So that has now been extended, guys. The original deadline was January 14th. As part of that discovery, the parties have disclosed a total of 16 expert witnesses. Depositions for 15 of those 16 experts have been either completed or scheduled to occur by January 14th. However, due to conflicts in the schedules of various experts and of counsel responsible for those depositions, the parties request leave to take one final expert deposition by agreement on January 19th. So, an extension of the deadline. Of course, I'm sure both parties want to wrap this up. Wrapping this up just means we are one step closer to a final decision with regards to Ripple and XRP. And some breaking news, guys, from Charles Gasparino. The SEC is now arguing it is not officially declared BTC and ETH compliant cryptos, according to testimony in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. That appears to be a 180 from not just Bill Hinman's speech, but the regulatory approach of their former Jay Clayton. And so he's retweeting out Tag's tweet here with regards to this document. Hinman also indicated that the SEC staff does not view Ether as a security either in its present state, saying nothing about what Ether's status might have been under Howey in its earlier state. And this was put together by Scott Kimple and I believe Troy Paredes. So this was their document here, just from orange groves to cryptocurrency. How will the SEC apply long-standing tests to new technologies? So more news coming out every day, guys. Of course, Charles Gasparino has periodically been making the rounds on Fox Business News. And this one was just from yesterday here. He explains it a little bit more with Liz Klayman.
One of the more bizarre stories is that I've been covering for a while, particularly in crypto. Everybody's always assumed that Bitcoin, created by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, right? That Ethereum, created by Joe Lublin, whatever, you got his name right, Joe Lublin and company, they created the Ethereum blockchain with the Ether crypto coin. The blockchain of Mr. Nakamoto is Bitcoin, as you know. Everybody's always assumed they're legal, right? Compliant securities, they're decentralized. The SEC does not, they don't have to register with the SEC. The SEC has said as much in a speech in 2018 by Bill Hinman, then the head of corporation finance, and in other literature that the SEC has put out. It essentially deemed those two compliant securities. Well, not so fast. I'm reading the literature, not the literature, the court testimony in the Ripple versus SEC case. Ripple has been dinged for selling non-compliant, non-registered securities, mainly its XRP crypto coin. In reading this thing, Ripple's trying to argue that, hey, we're not that much different than Bitcoin. We're not that much different than Ethereum. And what the SEC is saying is, we don't care whether you're that much different than those two. We, at the SEC, have not declared those two compliant securities as of now. Mr. Hinman's speech was his personal opinion. As of now, neither of those things are one way or the other. We have no opinion on whether they are compliant securities.
And I'm going to leave it there, guys. This was brought to us by Bank XRP. The clip does go on for 5 minutes, so if you want to watch this, I will link it in the description of the video. But there you have it. Not even the SEC, apparently, has given BTC or ETH any compliant regulatory clarity for them to get a pass, at least as per the research that Charles Gasparino has done. Crypto Alchemist down here saying you have to ask yourself, when the SEC starts coming after other assets and companies, would you rather have your money in the one that's leading the way for change and the furthest ahead in terms of case progress, or one that's 12 months behind Ripple's case? Exactly, says Vander Decken. And I've said the same thing. Exactly, when that dawns on all these retail investors, the XRP floodgates will need opening to max capacity. If you thought the XRP case was the case of the century, wait until Gensler is forced to turn to Clayton and Hinman to save his own bacon. I can see Hinman, Lubin, and Clayton all sharing the same cell and Sing Sing at some point taking turns with the, oh man. But to that point there, right, with the SEC, this from Wrath of Kahneman, if it's true the SEC says ETH and BTC haven't been cleared as non-securities or compliant, doesn't it undermine their case for Ripple's founders, Scienter, and Fair Notice? So this is also something we should be paying attention to. Seems demonstrable that everyone in the world thought BTC and ETH were in the clear, as we had all assumed. But surprise, they were not. So putting aside the issue of overreach for the moment, if ETH and BTC aren't cleared, then it seems like they've made Ripple's case much stronger. So, to his point here, the SEC losing credibility, losing evidence, and now having to backpedal, which indeed sounds to me like that would make Ripple's case much stronger. He then goes on to say, I don't think they're throwing the game, but it kind of boggles the mind. Crypto Novice down here saying this is getting ridiculous and embarrassing for the SEC. And Just 10 Real here says exactly. Looks like the SEC just made an argument for Ripple's fair notice defense. And as we all know, the fair notice defense is really what we need to get clarity on in order to really hit that win home. XRP won't be staying at 83 cents for long. If that's the case, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.